Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Robert Earl White with the Order of Light Project Horizon. This will be my first SkyWatch, where I thought it would be a great idea to come on here and talk to all of you in the comments and chat with you, answer people's questions, and watch the night sky. I have my satellite tracking app. I have my other phone up, and I have it angled in the same position that you see the camera I have that's outside my Waze security camera. And yeah, we're just watching the night sky and trying to see what is out there. And it's going to be a cool time. So I hope everyone is doing good out there. How's everyone doing? And I also have my satellite tracking app on here, as well as when needed. I am also running Flight Radar 24. So I can pull that up anytime, just like this. And as you can see, we have a plane here. I'm in this area. I'm in Hopewell right here. And my camera is facing this area. So anything we see flying over here, this city is about 30 minutes away. So really what we're looking for is in this general area. So I do have flight radar going, so we know which aircraft are flying around in the area. So back to the main camera right there. Hey, Jilly Bean. How's it going? What's up? Welcome. I hope that you're having a wonderful night. I'm just looking, seeing what we got going on here. Yes. So the top up here, we have Jupiter, that really bright dot all the way up to the right. And then the Arrowhead constellation right there. That really bright star to the top right area, that is Jupiter. Down at the bottom, you can see the upper half of Orion's belt. You can see the belt, and then you can see Betelgeuse, and the rest of the constellation can't see the bottom end. And then we have a few other things lining up. The three right about in the middle, down at the bottom, you have Castor, Pollux, and Mars. And they've been aligning quite remarkably. And when the moon is coming up, right now the moon is still just above the horizon, so it's not drowning out all the light and all that good stuff. So but we'll see. I got all the fixins. So if anything goes by, I can see with my satellite tracking app. I can check with my flight radar. And this is just my one security camera. It's actually kind of tricky to get everything into a live stream, absolutely live. Hopefully soon here, within the next week and a half, I will be getting a new night vision camera that's 1,000 times better quality than this. And I will also be using that along with this camera and having multiple cameras once I get this Psionics Black. That's what I'm trying to save up for. And I'm going to have that running along with this camera and any other camera that I can find a way to live stream with. Of course, I get better quality with my phone and all of that when I'm just taking a video. But when it comes to live streaming and settings, it gets a little tricky. But this is still a pretty good shot. And I said, hey, let's just watch the stars, chit chat. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to answer them. You know, I'm just keeping my eye out along with the rest of you, trying to see what's going on. Prior to starting this, I did capture two amazing things. At first, I thought they were satellites. I pulled out my satellite tracking app, and there was no visible satellite. And what I do is I track all the satellites that are visible for, say, the next 5 or 6 hours. I only can track so many at one time. And my phone, it gets a little alerts, but I always double check. And I caught two anomalies cruising, like orbs, and they weren't on the satellite tracking app. It was really interesting. I screen recorded the satellite tracking app, meanwhile trying to record with my phone outside. So the skies are busy. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. Have you seen anything on this before? Actually, I have. I have seen things, and, normally what I do if I'm not live, what I normally do, I will set up my cell phone camera with the high exposure set up for night, which the quality's a lot better. It's shooting in 4K, 30 frames per second. And then I set up the Waze camera next to it to have 2 eyes in the same area. Also, that helped me learn how this security camera, how it works. But for $25, that's how much this Waze camera costs. So for $25 and the little monthly subscription to have eyes in the sky, sometimes, it's really cold here in New Jersey. Okay, you see the bottom right, everyone? You see the bottom right? That is an airplane. And I can tell you exactly which airplane that is. Here we go. So, this is that airplane we just saw. AAL 306 American Airlines cruising this way. Also, soon we should be seeing Spirit Airlines heading right by. So let's go back to it and let's see if we can see these planes. So we should be seeing up. There we go. Called it. So yeah, I have caught stuff on the Waze camera. I've caught a few things. I've caught a lot of meteorites and shooting stars, which are awesome. Anytime I catch a shooting star or a meteorite, I post it up as a shooting star or meteorite. They're beautiful. They're just as amazing to see as a drone or a UFO. Everything that goes on in the sky, even some satellites. The other night, I saw the CSS. There's the ISS and the CSS. And I'll tell you what, the moon was hitting the CSS just right, and it just looked massive. This huge light ball just cruising through the air. It was the CCS, but it was awesome. I'm always amazed. It's so beautiful. Oh, especially when I record Starlink. They'll have like anywhere from 24 to about 28 of all of these little balls of light in the sky following each other really close. Is really awesome to see. And the first time you see them, you're like, whoa, that's weird. And if someone wasn't trained into what's going on up there and they don't have all the tracking apps, you could easily mistake a lot of explainable phenomena with things that aren't. It gets kind of mixed up. So it's good to have all that. If you actually go on my channel, I did a video of I caught a weird triangular crafts or single craft moving. And I do have a video, and in like the project disclosure thing, I show a little clip of it. I did catch that on this camera, and it was kind of weird. Hold on. I thought I saw something scooting. So busy yapping, I need to keep my eyes on the skies. Yeah, we're good. Okay. We're rocking and rolling, taking a look. Yeah, I enjoyed talking to everyone. Hey Pixie, how's it going? Yes, so like I said, in a week and a half, hopefully, I've been really saving up money, and thankfully I've had people give me donations and stuff like that. So I will be able to get my new upgraded night vision camera that will blow everyone away. It's going to improve this remarkably. I'm getting a Psionics, and they're really, really swell. And then I will be able to live stream with the camera you see here, also with the night vision camera and any other cameras that I can have, and set them up pointing in the same point of the sky, and come on here, hang out with all of you, chit chat. Think of it as a Q&A. I love talking to everyone. I thought this would help build my community back up, and I can have time to chat with all of you while watching the skies at the same time. So I'm looking for UFOs, and I'm getting to hang out with all my friends. So if you like this idea, please give the video a like. And I definitely plan on doing it more and more and more, especially right now when it's super cold. I have the telescope out tonight, hoping to see something out there. Mars is cool to look at, though. Yeah, Mars is quite bright. You actually can see Mars right in this video, right about the center of the screen. The center of the screen, that red bright dot in that line of 3 stars going upright, that bottom dot, that's actually Mars, and above it is Pollux, and above that is Castor. All right, so that bottom one is Mars. We have Orion off to the right, the upper part of Orion. We have Jupiter at the top right, that really bright star, and then Aldebaran right next to it, the arrowhead little constellation thing. And yeah, we got all sorts of things out there. I'm looking right now. If you see me with my phone, I'm going like that. I have a stationary phone above my webcam, okay? And I have the stationary camera pointed up, and I have my satellite tracking app, and there's an option where I click on it and it shows you everything in the sky. And if you keep it stationary to where your camera is, if a satellite comes along, you see it scooting right across. So it's a great way to monitor what I'm seeing in real time. Yeah, me too. I love it, Pixie. Normally, I'm doing it all by myself outside in the freezing cold and having these amazing experiences that I record. I get it on video, but it's not the same as like sitting in here with everyone and capturing something truly great. Uh, when I'm outside doing it and I'm in control of the camera and it's not stationary, I'm able to capture a lot more because I can move around. I can record behind me, in front of me, to the side of me. So this is a little different, but you never know what we can see scooting across. And if we see anything moving across the screen, I will tell you what plane it is. I will show you what plane it is. And oh, actually, hold on. Right now, there should be something in the middle of the screen. There is a satellite going by. CZ4BRB. It's about to go above Castor. So, oh yeah, you can see it. Look, look, look. The very bottom in the middle, those 3 stars. There's a satellite that's cruising right about towards the middle of them. You'll see it move. It's very, very faint. It might not even come up. It's not a super bright thing. Most satellites are not that bright. I did see it pop up for a minute. Up there it goes. It's to the left of it now. It's to the left. It's in front of that third little dot in the middle square. I'm pulling it up. Oh, very faint, but it was there, and that was a satellite. So that gives everyone a really good idea. Like I said, if I see anything wonky coming, and I wouldn't have known that if I didn't have my satellite tracking app. But it was very hard to see because it was a very faint satellite. But if there's something explainable, a plane or anything like that, I'm going to tell you what it is. If I don't have an answer for it, then we can start to say, well, it's unidentified. And that means it could be anything. And I mean anything. I try to get others come out and join me. Not until it gets warmer. Yep. Yeah. So it was really faint. Now, like the ISS, that would be massive. You would definitely see the ISS cruising. But it's also good for, anyone. This camera, this Waze camera costs $25. It's like 2060p, 2060p. So like basically 2K quality. And there's different options. So just give me a second. I'm scanning to make sure. I'm also looking at flight tracker, and hey, what's up everyone that's joining? Thanks for coming out. This is my new thing that I will be doing, Project Horizon SkyWatch. So I wanted a way to get to hang out with all of you and talk about stuff, all topics are open. We're watching the stars, so people in the chat, you can talk about what you want to talk about, and I get to hang out with you, and we're keeping the eyes on the skies. If you see anything, shout it out in the comments. And this isn't a one-time thing. I'm getting better cameras soon, and I plan on having more cameras, and I'm tracking everything in real time. And eventually, once I get the appropriate setup, I will be able to have the tracking information on the screen. It was a little tricky being able to get this on the live stream, especially having an Apple MacBook Pro. Things get a little tricky when it's allowing cameras and StreamYard software, but I got it. And we got the timer at the bottom. So that's real time. It's going to be really, really cool. I'm checking the flight radar to see if we got any friends. That's almost in Millville. There's a little Cessna plane cruising around, but that won't show up on here. So yeah, I'm looking. So how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing good. Also, there's different settings on this camera. Watch this fun little trick. And the best part about this is right now, I'm inside my warm, toasty house because all the other UFO videos you've seen me captured, I was an ice pop, so freaking cold. I would go to touch the record on my phone to record a UFO, and my fingers were so cold that my phone couldn't even register like I was touching it. All right, here we go. So, yeah, this has other options on it. It's pretty neat, and I can show you. So, this is night vision mode. Give it a second. All right. Pretty cool, right? Pretty neato. So that's night vision. I'll leave that on a little bit. Switch it up. Why not? I've noticed sometimes in certain spectrums you can see certain kind of crafts. I'm doing great. Chat's really quiet tonight. Hi, I see you all there. How's it going? Hey, thanks, Pixie. I know. Wake everyone up. No, a lot of my videos and stuff back in the day, I would have hundreds of people coming out. My live chats were almost impossible to keep up with, and maybe people forgot about me. I don't know, but I'm really hoping everyone comes back out. And so many people want to talk with me and chat with me, and I thought this is a perfect way to do that because I'm watching the skies. This is being recorded, so it's on YouTube. And if anything strange happens, it'll be there in the live video. So it's recording for me and everything I'm checking with what I have in real time. I could eventually take this camera and I could show you the tracking app, which I might do that soon to show all of you so you know what it looks like here in the headquarters in the studio. I'm just seeing if there's any anomalies. Oh, there is a satellite Ariane 40 RB, but it's on the horizon and we can't see it in this camera. It's way below that, about in the middle of the screen, that bright star, the three that are in a line going down. It's way, 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 way down. Like it's down under Procyon, which is off to the right, and that's not even visible yet. So we're waiting for everything to come up. Off to the right, you have Orion's belt. You can almost see all of Orion's belt. Almost. His right foot's missing. But the rest of it's there. So that's off to the right. We got Jupiter, really super bright all the way to the top right there. It's cool stuff. Now, I also have the option of IR lights, infrared, but I don't like using the infrared because it's outside. And when you use infrared, that IR light, any sort of dirt, debris, anything, bugs, it lights it all up. It looks crazy. At the same time, in a controlled environment, IR can be really good to catch like real orbs and stuff like that. But when you're outside and there's a little bit of wind, thought I saw something. It's a little tricky. I like the color. I switch back and forth, but it's good to just show you the difference. But with the IR, I've noticed just really crazy stuff happen. So right now, I'm going to turn on the IR, the infrared light on. And I want to show all of you why I don't prefer to recording this, because there's a lot of every piece of dust and everything looks like a giant UFO. I don't like using it. So disclaimer, anything you may see may just be a piece of dust flowing at this point. Okay, so I'm turning it on right now. See? See? All right, we got a plane. We got a plane in the bottom right corner. See the plane going? And that plane, there's two planes. There's a little Cessna, and then there's a plane, but it says it's not available. Huh, look at this. That's strange. Whatever this plane is, it's not available. Look at that, everyone. All right, so that plane that you just saw in the bottom corner there, let me get that back. Hold on. See if we can see it again. Hi, Katie Cat. How's it going? All right, so yeah, that plane is off of there, but whatever that plane was, everyone, what? Look at the tracking. Look at this plane, that flashing we saw. Look how strange this track is, everyone. This doesn't make any sense. What is this? And nothing's available. I don't know. That's strange. It's a plane. I saw the flashing on it. We all watched it. It's clearly a plane. It's just strange. Oh, did all of you just see that? Did all of you just see that? Did all of you just see what happened? I hope everyone just saw that. Did you see the plane disappear and come back on? Did you see what just happened? That is not normal. That is some weird stuff. I'm right here. This is where I'm at, everyone. This is my house. This is my house, okay? And that plane we saw was down there, and all of you saw what happened with the plane just disappearing and the radar going off. That is not normal. That's strange and just odd behavior. So let's go back to the camera. And as I was saying before, that airplane that I thought I could easily explain. Yeah, it was weird, right? It just vanished. That is not normal. And the fact that the information wasn't available on it, it was weird. So yeah, right now I have the IR light on, the infrared light, but you can see like the little orbs that go by, and then he's right there. You see that? How it streaks across the sky. That could be dust. It's outside, partially windy. You know what I mean? And I don't like it because that destroys your image of the sky. So I'm turning that off. I just turned it off. So no more magical little orbs. And that's exactly why I don't like using IR infrared when you're recording the night sky outside, because every piece of dust looks like a crazy orb flying by, or mist. A while ago, we had a lot of fog, and fog looked like a million orbs cruising around. It was the craziest thing I ever saw. I'm like, oh man, fog. Something like fog could make such a weird anomaly. Hey, Janice, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Glad you're hanging out. Nice to see you. I'm just hanging out with everyone. I miss talking with everyone. I've been so busy working on videos and doing a lot. I just haven't really had the time. I thought this way we can all watch the sky and see if we can see anything back. All right, I'm going to turn off the night vision and go back to this setting, and it'll adjust in a second. Takes a little bit. Yep. So there we go. Pretty cool. Hope everyone's doing good. I just wanted to show some of the different settings. We're looking at a bunch of stars here. At the very bottom and the middle of the screen, you are seeing Mars, Pollux, and Castor. They're all lined up, and that bottom one in the middle of the screen, part of the line of 3, that's Mars. At the very, 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 very tippy top to the right, it's almost about to go out of frame. That's actually Jupiter. That's Jupiter you see right there. And off to the right, you have Orion's belt from the waist up. So you have Orion's belt, and you have Bellatrix. You have the shoulders of Orion. And we're starting to get some other stars up in there now. Procyon just dropped in above the 2025. That bright star right there, that's Procyon above the 2025. It's finally breaking over the horizon of the area of view that I have the camera shining in. Just curious what's happening. Thanks, Janice. I appreciate that. Yeah, so what's happening? Well, I've been working with Project Horizon, my buddy Anthony S. and Player, Epic TV New York, and we got a lot of things going on. We have a big festival that we're speaking at the Sky Tribe UFO Expo, and it's going to be awesome. We're presenting a lot of evidence, sharing our story, and talking more about Project Horizon, and we'll have a lot of news stuff when that comes around, and I'm really excited. It's in Spruce Pine, North Carolina, and Spruce Pine, North Carolina, the floods that happened this past year, Spruce Pine was devastated, just like many other small towns in the mountains out there. And this festival means a lot to them. It's a big source of the town's income. Thousands of people come. It's a small mountain town, and the main road is like a mile long, and it's just filled with so many like shops and vendors, all about Bigfoot, alien, paranormal, weird stuff, family friendly event. And there's so much going on, a parade, all of this stuff. And we're speaking at a little, conference center, and that's where that's where the speakers expo is, and that's a ticketed event. The other event is a free event. All can come and walk around and browse around, but the speakers expo, that's I think it's $50. The tickets just came out yesterday. It's $50, and they have I'm reading KCAT. Funny, when I noticed Mars, it had a red tinge to it. Yeah, it's crazy how Mars does have like a reddish tint to it, because like we always see images of planets, but when we see them in the sky, they don't necessarily have that color. Mars definitely has that color. Mars definitely has that red color. So For people that don't believe Mars is red, I just tell them, go outside right now and look at it. If it can be that red from this far away, then it's pretty red. But yeah, it's going to be a great festival. I can't wait. And tickets are going to go fast on my Facebook and everything. I've posted the links, and it's going to be pretty cool. Actually, since everyone's here, oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm happy to be back. And Janice, you know me, and I'm better than ever. I'm in a great state of mind and working really, really hard. Working really hard to stay that way. I'm just thankful to be back in the community and so many doors opening up for me, so many amazing people I'm working with, colleagues, great friend Mike Patrick. He's an engineer, scientist, has the craziest tracking equipment for UFOs and even Bigfoot, any sort of paranormal investigation from a science aspect. He has every nut and bolt that you need. And we have really big plans also, trying to do things where, say, Anthony and we go to like a remote location or somewhere strange or a hot spot, and we record and document. We're getting a lot of equipment. That's what we're really focusing in on, out getting all the stuff we need to collect data, all that good stuff. But yeah, it's going to be a fun year. And Anthony and I were working on a documentary, Project Horizon. It'll take a while to make, but we are working on it. We have a lot of stuff for it already, and we're going to be doing a lot of filming for it at the festival and a few other events we have planned that we will be filming for the documentary that we're doing. So thanks, Katie Cat. I appreciate it. I was I was in a really dark place, I was so unhappy, so much within, the disclosure community, and my drinking got out of hand. I was drinking way too much, trying to deal with the pain, the failure, all of this, and I just stopped. I left for about a year and a half. I stopped doing videos about aliens and UFOs, all that. I was done with it. I had no interest on coming back. Luckily, actually tomorrow, 8 months without a drop of alcohol. 8 months tomorrow. Check that out. Ain't that cool? I'm very thankful, and I'll tell you what, I'm not going back. I'm never going to let anyone in this community ever make me feel like that again. And I'm not going to be bullied. I'm not going to be censored. I'm going to provide evidence and data and do my best to bring real disclosure. That's what I'm going to do about it. And hopefully, along the way, I can help a lot of people, and all the people that I can along the way, help them get their experiences out there, help them get their cell phone footage out there, But yeah, things are going excellent. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And it wasn't easy. Believe me, it wasn't easy. Yeah, shadow ban, but hey, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, anyone that shadow ban, that means you're talking about something, right? I'm honestly more suspicious of people that are getting millions of views. I'm like, how much BS are you selling? You know what I mean? Because all the people that I know that speak real truth, they don't they really don't get seen. Their videos get like 3 views, but at the end of the day, none of that stuff matters to me anymore. I don't care. Whoever needs to see the video can see the video. Anyone that types in the exact right thing or right question, they'll see the video. Anyone that follows me on a social media site, they'll see me promoting the video. So, people have an option of seeing it. They just sometimes have to physically go to my page to see anything because the algorithms aren't like promoting it, which that's fine. Just come by my page. And people that need to see it, and that's all that matters. If I help one person, that good, sweet. Mission accomplished. I'm just doing this trying to provide data and evidence, So I'm reading everything. I haven't been watching the sky, so I've been relying on all of you. If you saw anything, I hope, because I'm reading the comments. So if any of you say anything, please put it in there. Like, hey, there's something scooting across the sky. Is it a satellite? Is it a plane? Is it a UFO? And I'll pull this out and yeah, nothing. How are we on the plane? I'm checking the flight. I'm familiar. ESETI Ranch, James is suppressed. I haven't been out there. I had a lot of friends that went out there, and yeah, he seems like I remember he was getting a good buzz, but his channels really got suppressed pretty bad. I remember that. Well, I remember watching videos. I'm like, this should have way more views, and it didn't. But I've never been out there, but it seems really cool, beautiful place. That whole area is just gorgeous with the mountains. I've had a lot of friends that have been there, and they had very good things to say, and they really enjoyed the time they spent there. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate it. I'm trying. So I'm checking the flight radar to see if we'll have anything flying around soon. Let's see. All right, we have nothing, no planes, nada. So everyone shouldn't see a dang thing on there. I'm just I'm looking at this, everyone. Trying to zoom in just right. It's very finicky. Oh, there we go. All right. I was checking the flight radar. Hey, Kristen, how's it going? Thank you. Yeah, we're just hanging out. This is going to be like one of my new things when I want to talk with everyone, answer questions, talk about things, and watch the sky at the same time. Hopefully by next week, I will be ordering a new camera, Psionics night vision camera, and I will be able to have the camera you see and another night vision camera that is far superior quality than what you see right now. And also keep in mind tonight, everyone, it's a full moon. It's a full moon, everyone. So when that moon comes up, I know my visibility for this camera is going to get washed out. Hey, how's it going? Baka, what's up, brother? Long time no speak. How's it going? Just watching the stars, man. Guys in New Jersey. I haven't seen a drone since December 4th. The drones have just disappeared. I'm taking a look. I'm watching right now to make sure I'm not missing nothing. I'm checking satellites. If you guys see me muxing around down here, that's what I'm doing. I'm checking aircraft. I'm checking the screen. I'm constantly looking up, seeing what satellites are moving. It's a really cool setup. I almost want to show everyone what I got going on here. Oh, take care. Thanks, Janice. Hope you have a good night. I try to book a plan. Oh yeah. Yeah, I heard they book up really, really quick. Katie Cat says, I'm at Bradley Beach next to the ocean. I always see TR3B military knockoffs. I like that. Knockoffs. Knockoffs at night. Some nights there are over 10 flying around. One of them flew over my head and it was really quiet. Also, it could be, newer versions of stealth bombers kind of sort of look like TR-3Bs. Like you said, like knockoff versions, you must live on a military pathway because also the 6th generation fighter jets, they they look very different. They don't look like, the F-16s of old. They look completely different. And the 6th generation fighter jets, they have a very triangular shape to them. They're actually quite I've only seen one in operation, and it was a while ago, and it looked like a knockoff TR-3B, but there was sound to it. So for you not to really hear it, that's some stealthy equipment right there. Military drones, Kristen. Oh yeah, I recorded one of them near me December 4th. I actually just posted a video. If you haven't checked it out yet on my page, there's tons of amazing videos. I highly recommend checking them all out. I've been very busy if you haven't seen me in a while. But yesterday, I posted up an amazing video. I had a source at Lockheed Martin through my family, told my family that a lot of the drones people have been seeing are theirs, meaning Lockheed Martin Skunk Works. Okay. And they have a lot of drones. And we made this amazing video going over the technologies, drone technologies they've had over past many years, like over the past decade. We start in like the 60s, 70s, and just move on up and seeing the future trends and talking about how like these companies actually profit off of the fear mongering from these drones for lawmakers to invest more money through the government for drone subcontractors. And Lockheed and Bell and all these companies, they have a lot to gain. And with all the drones we've been sending overseas for the wars going on that are being used, we're testing them. And what we were told, that these drones were highly sophisticated surveillance drones with the capabilities of satellites, but able to hover around, and that they are spying on people and quote unquote things and searching for things. I don't know what those things are. We can all speculate what those things are. I don't have those answers. I'm just saying what was told to me. That's what it is, from a source that works for Lockheed Martin. You can't get much more information than that. And I'm really curious to see what happens, because the other day Trump was saying on day 1 or day 2 he was going to release information on what these drones are. So hopefully he does that. We will see. He sounds like he's doing everything in one day, but we'll see what happens. And if he does, great. And hopefully it's the truth. And hopefully it is our military. Everyone should want these drones to be ours, because if they're not, that's a whole nother conversation. Quite quiet hum, very low overhead. Interesting. Oh, that's right. You're in Monmouth County. Oh, Katie. Oh, yeah. Up there, you're in military central. You're in drone central. You're like the drone capital up there. And your airspace is very busy. There's a lot of stuff. And then, my buddy, Katie, Anthony Essen Player, he's in Staten Island. And like he sees over the water, he sees New Jersey as well. And just New Jersey's a very active place, not just with like UFOs, but all sorts of aircrafts and things of that nature. Guess drones is the new UFO. Well, that's in my video. That's a point I make. Why would the government, instead of telling everyone the truth of what these drones are, why would the government, why would they allow the population, the news agencies, and everyone, including law enforcement, first responders, okay, allow all of them to believe that these are UFOs, or allow them to believe that these are China, Russia, our foreign adversaries, you know? Why would they allow all the people to believe that versus telling the public the truth? The answer is because there is one thing scarier than aliens coming from a different planet and watching us. There's one thing that's scarier, and that thing is when the government is illegally spying on its citizens and has the capabilities to see through your walls and to see what you are doing in the privacy of your own home and use that as data and collection of information that they could use however they see fit. Maybe they don't like who you voted for. Maybe they don't like your religion. Maybe they don't like what you do for your job. And they could use anything that they don't like, and having that capability of spying on you, to me, that's personally far more terrifying than any extraterrestrial. You know, that's just my take on it. And I believe that's why they haven't told the truth to the public, because they're doing something far, far worse. Taking our freedoms away. And then everyone's freaking out about the drones because we have these giant things flying over us and no one knows who they belong to. And then the public demands and cries out for the government to pass laws which eventually just take away our freedoms. That's what it comes down to. And then Lockheed Martin, Skunk Works, Bell, McDonnell Douglas, Raytheon, then they get millions because they get these non-binding contracts with these aerospace industries and all this to do drone development and sensors. They get rich off of it, off of the panic that they created. This has been their playbook, and they've done it over and over and over and over and over again. And we've all lived through it. I know all of you know exactly what I mean. I'm reading my neighbor and his family police department said aerial surveillance so accurate. Isolate a coin on the ground and read the date on it. Katie, exactly. And that's like with some of the satellites. Now imagine having all that tech, but in a drone where you could maneuver it a lot better. Probably get a lot more accurate. Oh, that's cool, Katie. I'll have to check him out. I'll have to find him. I'm reading West Side has tethered balloons over their base. They fly their UFO, but use a rope just makes it look like a low-tech balloon. Oh, with putting a rope on it and testing some sort of anti-gravity craft and having chains or rope and stuff like that. I could see how that would look like a balloon. You know what I mean? Also, if they're testing new technologies, you want to make sure that your whatever you have there, you know, whatever craft that is, there's been millions dumped into it. You don't want just to take off and disappear. You got to put chains down to it. Makes me think of like World War II when they were testing out stuff and they had like the hexagons of concrete and they would have stuff in the middle testing their rockets and their boosters and other crafts they were trying to develop. You know, they had to keep it down. Even modern day aerospace, you know, the testing facilities operate pretty much in the same way. You need a controlled environment to do appropriate testing. Well, Katie, what's really interesting about that, you know, you bring up a great point. Isn't it funny they've outlawed lead paint? And here in New Jersey, you know, we have 2 houses here and we rent one, and going through the whole entire process, like New Jersey about a year and a half ago passed a new law that houses that had lead paint in them after a certain amount of time or year, that like you have to like repaint your whole entire house and you got to replace wood and all this huge thing, spend all this money for a lead tester to come out. And there's a good reason why they're outlawing it. It's probably because lead paint is useful for keeping out stuff. And I don't think lead paint is harmful. I don't. I think lead paint stops them from being able to spy on you and send signals your way. I'm sure I know. To be fair, lead is bad for you. I want to make that point. Lead can be very extremely toxic and poison. I just think it's kind of strange that they're outlawing this lead paint. Snowden's right. Yep. Drones and oars. Oh, and Brick and Seaside Park. Yeah. Old world buildings use lead paint. Yeah, everyone missed the cue. You're absolutely right. Everyone used lead paint before. And now they've been on a mission. I'm just looking. I'm looking at the sky, everyone, making sure we're not missing anything. Trying to see if there's any strange anomalies. Yeah, they're outlawing lead paint and all that, which stinks because Katie was right, probably would help reflect some of the tech they have. Here, let's give this a go. There we are. We'll get in a night vision. Hot. Oh, all right. We got something. I'm pretty sure that's a plane at the bottom. Let me tell you what. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Mavi Gok Airlines and Tech. Oh man. I'm pretty sure it's some sort of Turkish Airlines. It's a SEU 9189. It's a fairly big plane. Huh. Here, just to show everyone real quick. This is what we're looking at right now. That was the plane we just saw. We'll probably see this one coming over here, but very interesting. All right. Yep, so there it goes. Pretty cool, right? It's nice. No satellites. So if you see anything moving and it's not flashing like that plane was, we could have something quite interesting. Pixie, just a couple planes. Nothing nothing too crazy. I just switched it to the night vision to change up the spectrum. I like to do that a little bit so our eyes can have something new to look at. I like trying. I've caught things in the night vision before, and I've caught things with the standard color. But right now, if you see in the bottom of the screen, you can see it starting to lighten up. That's because the moon is coming up over the horizon, and it's a full moon tonight. So things are going to get really, really bright. And with the colored night vision, that moon really washes it out, where the black and white seems to do a better job of capturing it. But we'll see. I'm sure within the next 40 minutes or so, the moon will be so dang big and bright. Uh, I would have to run down there, adjust the camera, move it out of that frame, or just end the live. We'll see. Lick the walls. You're right. That absolutely was a thing. It was said a lot. Oh, Pixie. Yeah, right now it's the night vision, but it's a full moon tonight, and the moon has been under the horizon. Now it's starting to come up, and it's like underneath of where the camera is. Probably within like next 15 minutes, you're going to start to see the moon. But I have different settings, and once the moon gets up there, I'll try to record that too. And you never know if we can see anything strange, what kind of anomalies, maybe cruising around the moon. So, still no satellite. Orion's at the top right corner, everyone. Towards the bottom, those three that you see right there, that one real bright one towards the middle and down a little bit, almost the middle of the screen, that is Mars. And I'm using, hold on, let's see what we got going on. I'm surprised still no satellites. Huh. Oh. Oh, all right. We have a satellite, everyone. We have a satellite. A Jasi satellite is coming right on the 3 stars. It's going downwards, right next to in the middle, those 3 stars kind of near Mars. It should be there. But it's not a super bright satellite. I'm looking at it. Should be there. Let me switch to see if I can catch it in this one. Give it a second. Should be right up those 3 stars, and it's traveling downward. I'm looking. Hold on. I can't really see the satellites. Not all satellites you can see. A lot of them are extremely dim and faint. Every now and then there are brighter ones. Trust me, there are ones that you can visibly see easily, even with this camera. But I just wanted to call that satellite out. Right now, it's right underneath the Mars. You can't see it, but I'm telling you, there's a satellite right underneath the Mars. That little line of 3 stars, that really bright red one towards the middle and the bottom, right there. The satellite is right in that area, but it's not bright enough. Switch to night vision. Maybe it'll pick it up. Huh. Well, I had to call it out. It's still there. It's just not all satellites are visible. Sometimes the weather conditions, whether they're above the moon, under the moon, sort of things, reflections, play a role in how bright they are. So nothing there, but I wanted to call it out in case someone saw something like pop up right there in that area. All right, back to the comments. Let me know if anyone sees anything cruising around there. Be good to know. I'm sure. That name sounds really familiar. Pretty sure I've heard of him. Oh, I bet that reflection of the moon off of the ocean is so dang bright. It's like having a spotlight shining at you. From what I understand from the whole airships, not easy. Anti-gravity. That would be interesting. if airships were anti-gravity machines and they weren't using helium. That would be something, wouldn't it? It wouldn't surprise me. I couldn't imagine. I've never been on anything like that. Just, the idea of flames and a bunch of gases is just, it's sketchy. I mean, that's how rockets work too, but, it's sketchy. I don't know how I feel about, like, hot air balloons. I don't really trust it. Satellites, Katie, I'm sure with your eyes, you can definitely see them. And the cool thing, if you're looking out and you see these same stars in your area, it's cool. If you see something with your eyes, shout it out, especially if it's going towards these planets and stars, because that would be really cool if you see something up near you and then we see it down here. That would be really, really cool. I think it would be awesome, right? Like, "Hey, Rob, you got one coming your way." "Okay, Katie." And then sure enough, we all watch what you just saw. That's why I think this is why I wanna do this because it's so cool. Like, we can all work together and just having a live stream of the sky, anyone in the area, if you see something, you can go ahead and say something, and maybe it'll pop up on here. Trying to triangulate these things. So I love having people like Katie and others who live closer by, to do this. Nice. We should have a watch party once it warms up. We have so many great spots in Jersey. We could do a group meetup. Yeah, we really could. And, I've noticed Pixie and Katie, a lot of the people that I'm pretty close with and stuff, I have been doing a lot more locally because I feel like to really get disclosure done right, you got to start local. If I'm working with someone in California and they see a UFO flying over their house, you know, the odds of that same craft coming all the way over here in my spot in New Jersey, there's no way to triangulate that. At least I'm not able to do that with the technology and the team I have. We are doing a line. So far, I even have a friend who's in Williamsburg, Virginia, and we're like forming a line that goes from Staten Island, like New York City area, and going straight down. It would be nice to have people maybe out in like Rhode Island or like Western Massachusetts or the tip of Long Island, like out more. We're just trying to get this line so if something is traveling southwest or something is going northeast or southwest, it will be on this line and we can triangulate it. It'll be really cool. We'll definitely do that. And my buddy Anthony S. Player, he's been talking about doing something like that as well. And I know a few other people that have a lot of equipment and stuff. And maybe this summer we'll do a big meetup. We'll meet somewhere so it's not a far drive for anyone. Find an area somewhere's in the middle for everyone so no one has to drive too far to get there, and we'll just make it happen. We could even do it at my UFO crash site, which there's a nuclear plant right in the distance and no street lights. That would be an interesting place to watch UFOs. It just stinks though when you're there because there's no bathrooms or nothing. You're you're out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, I'm sure we'll set up something that's, easy for everyone. Maybe a campground thing, right? Maybe turn it into like a camping trip, camping UFOs, find a good camp area where we can actually see skies somewhere, something like that. Deptford, Deptford's kind of across from Philadelphia, kind of. A little south of Philadelphia, but in New Jersey. I know Deptford, that's right. Yeah, and Katie's in Asbury Park. So yeah, you're up that way, Monmouth County. Now I used to work at the Deptford Mall. I used to work at the Hot Topic there and a few other stores back in my younger days. So I know Deptford very, very well. I worked at the mall there. Yeah, but that would be really cool. And I think that's definitely something that we need to do. I'm just checking to making sure that we don't have anything cruising around there. Wow, we've been at this for an hour already. I'm having fun talking to all of you and hoping to see something before shutting it down. Let's go to. All right, now this is the color night vision, and you can see the light and the glow coming from the bottom. The moon, that's the moon doing that. But still can see the main stars. You never know when something can go ripping by, though. That's what I love about this. It's unpredictable. I can catch nothing, or I could have the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life go by. Who knows? But hey, that's why I'm talking. It's kind of like a talk show where we just talk about stuff and have fun and just watch the sky. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's not stressful. It's easy. And I like catching up with all of you. Deptford is near Washington Township, or 15 minutes less from Cherry Hill. I'm right over the Walt Whitman Bridge. Yep. Yeah. Well, I'm sure Anthony and I we'll do something this summer. So the festival we're speaking, since I don't see anything there, I just want to show you all something really quick. The festival, we're actually going to be doing a SkyWatch from our where we're staying, the hotel. It's on top of a mountain. And in the area of Spruce Pine, North Carolina, it's near Brown Mountain, the famous Brown Mountain lights that have been on History Channel and stuff like that. So UFO hotspot, and our hotel is literally on top of the mountain. And we're going to be doing sky watches and stuff like that. It's going to be really cool, and we're going to be getting there a few days early. The festival and the expo, it's all in one day, but we're getting there a few days early just to meet with everyone, to shoot B-rolls, to make sure we got all the ducks in order for the conference and all of that stuff, doing test runs with our presentations, our videos, making sure all the tech works out, and testing our microphones. 1 2 3, test test test. But yeah, I think that would be great. And oh, you worked at Hot Topic too at Echelon Mall. That's funny. That is funny. Oh, how far we have came, Pixie. How far we have came. uh, I'll tell you what, Pixie, that really that says a lot about someone's character. People that have worked at Hot Topic definitely have a certain kind of character. All right, now on my satellite tracking app as Under the Horizon, I don't think it's going to come into view. Never mind, we're not going to see it. I did have a satellite coming in, but it's below the horizon. It's below the moon, and you can't see the moon yet, so it's not going to pop in the frame, I don't think. It's following the horizon. Huh. And see, that's why this is called Project Horizon. Right now, I'm literally watching satellites and the sky, and on my app, I can see that there. If you don't, I want to show you all something really quick. Hopefully you can see it. Okay. Here we go. So remember I told you I had the phone there. So you can see my computer screen and then my camera that's outside capturing what you see there. I have my satellite tracking app pointing the same area of the sky so I can see anything cruising on. There's that satellite that line right there. That's the horizon. That's the satellite that was under the horizon. It came up a little bit and then dipped back down. But yeah, I have that on an angle pointing up so I can look in real time. And if anything goes past this camera, I have it synced with the stars. So I will be able to see in real time if it's a satellite or a plane because I have flight tracker. I have that as well, which is pretty cool. Speaking of flight radar, let's see what's cracking. Yeah, let's check it out. I don't even got the cowboy hat on. I'm super comfortable. All my other videos, I wear the same suit jacket, same cowboy hat. All right, here we go. We are tracking. Couldn't find data about that flight. Oh, there we are. A little private little Cessna plane. This one won't be going across the camera. I'm right here, and the camera is what you're seeing on the camera goes off this way. Okay. That's what my camera is facing. So we would only see stuff coming through here. And yeah, so nothing there at the moment. Your browser has lost connection to sharing audio tray. I don't need that. All right, there we go. So yeah, it's nice having the flight radar and all that. Feels like a lifetime, Yeah, it does. Yeah, so if June 14th, 2025, Spruce Pine, North Carolina, it's going to be amazing. I'm speaking there along with Anthony Esempler. We're doing a presentation on Project Horizon. We're also going over some of our personal UFO experiences that brought us into all of this to begin with and our mission to get the truth out there. And we will be presenting new evidence, videos, data, technology, all that crazy stuff there at the festival for the first time publicly. It's going to be awesome. We also have our headline speaker is my great friend and colleague, DC Long, military whistleblower. He's testified in congressional settings and all of that stuff about his experience in Fort Bragg, where when he was younger, along with his father, who was a contractor, they came across highly advanced technologies and experiment that they came across and the repercussions that came after him and his father witnessed what they saw on Fort Bragg. It's an incredible story. DC Long, he's going to be sharing that and talking about much more. Also, we got Joseph Jordan. Joseph Jordan, he does a lot, within like the Christian aspect of the phenomena, angels, demons, extraterrestrials, that whole orbit of stuff, which should be pretty interesting. And also Rhiannon Alley. She's awesome. We've been talking a lot. She's the one that has really been putting all of this together. And she has a lot of experiences and she's lived overseas. We just got a lot in common. She's awesome. And she's going to be talking about quite a few things as well, including a bunch of personal experiences. So it's going to be a great time. Oh, yep. See you later. Oh, 4 a.m. Yeah, get some rest. Thanks for hanging out, Pixie. And real quick before I wrap it, I want to show everyone this right here. So here we go. This is the festival. If you're wondering, here's a little clip. Yes, so the tickets are available now. So really appreciate it. Heard DC Long. Yeah, DC Long is great. Great friend of mine. I actually got to uh see him in Washington D.C. for the Disclosure 2.0, the Stephen Greer event thing, and that's where we became friends, and we've been friends ever since. Done interviews together and all that. Great guy. He always has my six. That's what he always tells me. I got your six, brother. I got your six. Now DC's awesome, and it's an honor to be speaking with him, and I'm super excited about it. It's gonna be a really fun time. Yep. So I'm gonna let it go just a little bit, but thanks everyone so much. And like I said, next week I will hopefully be ordering my new night vision camera. Thankfully, due to donations and people helping out, and me working very hard to save up money so I could get better equipment. I'm so far behind. I constantly need more equipment. A lot of my UFO videos, believe it or not, I'm recording them on my phone. And I do want to get better equipment and utilize everything I have. You know, if I can have 3 cameras recording the same thing at once, that's what I want to do. I want evidence. I want data. I really want to try to do my very best along with my colleagues in Project Horizon, Anthony Essen Player and Mike Patrick, and many others who we are collaborating with and working together and sharing data and sharing ideas and exchanging information in order for us to grow to get better at what we're trying to do. Because, remarkable claims need remarkable evidence. We're just trying to get the remarkable evidence, and hopefully we can get the claims. you know But if all of you enjoyed this, I hope you did. I plan on doing it more. It's a nice way to just kind of chit chat with all of you and catch up, tell you all what's going on, and hopefully turn it into like a Q&A thing. And as we're talking and just sitting here, we have eyes in the skies and it's live. You never know what could happen because, Starlink could go by, a meteorite, shooting star. And once I get a better camera, we'll be able to see a lot more. A lot more. So I appreciate everyone hanging out. I do. Thank you, everyone. And hopefully I will see you next time I do this. I just turned it into color. Oh, yeah, you can see that moon coming up underneath. Oh, and we got a plane. See the plane flashing down there, right? Yep. That plane. It's a private jet. It's it's a Falcon 900 LX. It's a private jet, really nice private jet. That could be Beyonce's private jet, everyone, that we are seeing cruising across the sky right now. You never know. And what's that thing? Huh. Okay. Yep. So there you go. That was Beyonce's private jet flying right there. Did you all see it? You just missed it. It was a private jet though, but it did not say Beyonce. I don't want to get sued by her. So everyone, thank you so much. So happy to be back. It's Robert Earl White, Order of Light. Y'all know the deal. Keep your eyes to the skies. Spread your light through the night. We are the disclosure. This is what we're doing. I need all of your help, love, and support. So please hit that like button. And if you enjoyed this, leave it down in the comments. Say, hey, Robert, this was actually really cool. And I'm really excited to see you get better equipment so you can do more of this with more cameras and more information and have a great time and just, allow everyone to watch the stars with me and hang out and just kind of have cool conversations, talk about anything. There's no rules for this. It's just people and friends hanging out and watching the stars. And, some of us live all over the place, so it's nice to come together and it's like we're star watching together. I really like that. So I really, really appreciate it, everyone. I'll close the show out with the intro, the Project Horizon. So I know a lot of you came here to see UFOs, so I'm not going to leave you hanging. I will see you next time. And here we go with the Project Horizon. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you next time.